it's never gonna be enough. A huge house on the water, $1 million a year, a smoking hot wife, and you'd still want more. As man, we have this innate desire, this drive to create. Desire is the creative force of our universe. Desire is why man builds a family, builds a business, goes out into the world and creates. Desire is that driving force behind creation. And in my journey, currently, I'm experiencing this feeling of stuck a bit, because I've created these things that I prayed for. I've created a life that I love living. I thought it was going to be a $10,000 month. I thought it was going to be having a girlfriend that I love dearly and I spend time with every week. I thought it was going to be hopping on planes and traveling around the world, and none of it has done it for me. It comes in bursts and I feel so fulfilled and wow, look at me go, and this sense of pride and ego, but it quickly fades. And I'm left with, well, now what? What's next? And that feeling of what's next has been eating me alive, because I'm thinking, is it ever going to be enough? When will I create enough to set myself free? Will that ever be a reality? And you as a man are thinking the same thing, because men innately, it's wired in us to create, to serve, to love, to protect. And it's never going to be over. As long as you live on this planet, I find that we'll never be completely content. There's this state that Tony Robbins talks about, is contentment with dissatisfaction. You can be happy, you can be proud, you can be at a place where you love where you are, but you still desire to create more. And I've been feeling that deeply recently, because all these things that I prayed for have manifested in my life, but still, it's not enough. It's not enough. And is it that I'm not enough? Maybe that's the case. But I know other people feel it too, because there's a lot of really famous people in Hollywood, successful businessmen, that have attained everything that they could ever dream, but it's all material. It's not something that feeds their soul. So what is it that feeds our soul? What is our soul's food? How do we feel fulfilled? How do we feel content that what we're doing is enough? Is it a deep breath? Is it a prayer to God? Is it constant communion and silence or meditation? It's the age-old question, because I don't know if anybody quite has it figured out. Some people spend their whole lives in the Himalayan mountains, constantly dissatisfied, trying to seek enlightenment, because they're so dissatisfied with this human existence. There's some people that go and have sex with hundreds of women, because they're so dissatisfied with the idea of being monogamous and having a relationship with one. There's people who create businesses worth $1 billion because $1 million wasn't enough. So what is it that we as men just want to create more and more and more? And will it ever be enough? That's the age-old question. That's the question of the day, is will it ever be enough? And how do we become content with these things that we've created, with this life that we've created? Because we have the capability to create this beautiful life. And we don't give ourselves the grace to truly enjoy it, to truly sit in our own divinity, in our own creation. We constantly seek something outside of ourselves to bring a feeling of wholeness within us. But that fulfillment is not going to come from outside of us. That fulfillment is not going to come from $1 million a year. It's not going to come from an intimate relationship with a woman. It's not going to come from building a business or providing service to humanity. No, it's going to come from in here. It's going to be a feeling of wholeness within yourself. So that's where we as men get so caught up in running on this rat race, running this wheel We feel we find our way in life. We feel we found our purpose in life. And then life smacks us in the face and tells us we have to do more. So I task you with asking yourself, what is your purpose? What is going to make you feel whole outside of yourself? What outside of yourself would allow you to feel whole within yourself? Because then you could start to do the inner work. I mean, don't neglect doing the inner work until you have what's outside, but feel what it would feel like to have what's outside. And I felt that. I felt what it would be like had I created this dream life. And I've created it. And I'm constantly creating more and more and more. And I still want more and more and more. So right now, my karma, my work is to be content with this, to be content with not going anywhere. Because it's not that I need to do anything. It's not that we need to go anywhere ever. It's that we need to learn how to be okay with what we have right now. Because we're not going anywhere. We're here. We're here on planet Earth for quite some time. So thank you. Make sure you click subscribe, especially if you're creating something huge. Click the link down below in the description. I work with a creator community. All of us together are creating a happier, healthier planet Earth, working together. It's called Spark Wildfire. Sign up, book call us. Let's see if we're fit. But click that next video. I freaking love you. You guys are great. Thank you for following along on my journey as I'm creating this life of my dreams that I've already created. So, thank you. Peace.